Okay, hello Alba, hello Rebecca, how are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Pretty good, nice to listen to you, Alba. I am great today, thank you for asking. What about you, Rebecca, how are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm a little bit tired, but here.
Okay, that's something good, okay? I hope you can
Yes.
rest after classes. Maybe you can rest after classes, you can relax after it. But thank you for being here, okay? That's something really cool, okay? Thank you
Thank
for
you,
being on
teacher.
time, Alba and Rebecca. Also, Alma is here. So let's see. Well, she has to connect audio, I guess. No, Alma is here. Hello, Alma. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm very good.
Okay, nice to listen to you. Well done. Guys, thank you for coming on time. Today we have an interesting class. So, well, let's move to our activities for today. Before we start, let me see. Okay, let me share my screen with you, and we are going to start with our class. Okay, well, as you remember yesterday, we were talking about some past tenses. We were talking about simple past, and also we were talking about past continuous. What are the difference between these two tenses? Well, yesterday we learned about it. But today, everybody, we are not talking about past tenses. Well, they are similar, or they are nearly past tenses, but they are not, okay, indeed past. So they are present perfect and present perfect continuous. Today, guys, we will be talking about them. Okay, before we start, I want to ask you, have you ever gone to a concert? So remember, well, last year and this year, El Salvador is having a lot of concerts. So I want to ask you, have you ever gone to a concert? What about you, Rebecca?
Actually, yes, I have.
Okay, so where,
You
what
have?
concert have you ever gone? Have you gone?
I went. I went to a Coldplay's concert.
A Coldplay's concert?
Yes. Coldplay?
Really? Coldplay? Really? Well, that's a good
Yes.
band. That's a great band.
Yes.
Where
The
did you,
best band
where
of
did you
the world.
go? Where did you go to the concert?
I went to Costa Rica
Yeah,
the
okay. So
last year.
yes, they came to Costa Rica. And how was the experience?
Was the best day of my life.
I guess so, okay. I think
Seriously,
so.
they they are my favorite music band in the world.
Okay, that's something good. And do you have plans to go to another concert this year?
Mm, no, right now, no.
No,
I
yet.
just hope that Coldplay's return in the next year
Really?
because it's probable.
Okay, are they coming to El Salvador? Do you know?
No, 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 no. Maybe Latin America
Okay.
or
So,
Central America. America
okay. No,
Central.
Central America is correct.
Okay.
So Central America. Very good. Okay, but that's something really
Thank you.
nice. So nice to listen to it. What about you, Alba? Have you ever gone to a concert?
No, teacher. I
Oh,
never gone to a concert.
okay. I'm so sorry. But do you have plans to go to a concert?
Not really.
Okay.
Eh, no, I don't like it.
You don't like it. So what events do you like? What kind of events do you like? So concerts? No. So what events do you like? Like parties, weddings?
No, I love stay in my home.
Really? Well, that's something good also, okay? So, but it's okay. So thank you, Alba, for sharing. What about you, Iris? Have you ever gone to a concert? Hello, Iris.
Hello, teacher. Good night.
Good night. Hello, Iris. Have you ever gone to a concert?
Yes, I went to a concert. I went to a concert. The Basilos or to Basilos.
Basilos. Oh, yes. Okay, okay. So when did you go? Last year, Iris?
Last year.
Ah, okay. And was it in Antioquia, Cuscatlán, right?
Yes, in El Salvador.
Oh, yes, in El Salvador. That's pretty good. And well, Iris, do you have plans to go to another concert this year?
Yes, I like the concert. De Vilma Palma, de Vampiros.
Okay, when is that concert? When is that concert? What's the date? Iris, when is the concert?
Next month,
In March.
March.
Ah, okay. Well, I hope you could go. Do you have the do you already have the ticket?
Not.
Not yet. Okay. I hope you can go, okay? So
Thank
let's
you.
see. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing, Iris. Well, Madeline, hello.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Hello. I am fine today. What about you? How are you?
A little bit tired, but I'm fine.
Okay. I'm so thankful because you are here. Okay. So thank you for being in the class. Well, Madeline, I want to ask you, have you ever gone to a concert?
Yes, I have been in a concert of Elefante.
Elefantes. What's that group? Is that a rock band?
It's a Mexican group.
I don't remember, but okay, thank you. When was the concert?
It was in January.
This year, in January.
Yes, this year.
Oh, okay. And where was the concert?
Nuevo Cuscatlán.
Ah, okay. So that's pretty good. And do you have plans to go to another concert this year?
For the time being, no, teacher.
Okay, for the time being, not yet. You don't have plans, okay? But maybe later,
No.
okay? Maybe some other concerts in El Salvador will be nice, okay? Very good, Marilyn. Thank you for sharing about Elefantes concert. Very good. Let's see, Alma. Have you ever gone to a concert?
No, I haven't been to a concert.
Oh, so I'm so sorry. But do you have plans, or would you like to go to a concert?
Maybe or no.
No. Okay. So, what events do you
No.
what events do you prefer? What events do you like?
I love travel to the other country.
Oh, have you ever traveled to another country?
Yes.
What countries have you visited?
I visited Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras.
Okay, so Central America countries, that's good. What country would you like to visit?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, okay. And do you want to visit any other country? For example, in Europe or in Latin America?
Maybe alguna vez.
Okay, so someday, you can say someday. So very good.
Someday.
Okay, very good. So thank you for sharing, everyone. I want to listen to Kevin. Hello, Kevin. How are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm
Hello.
fine, thank you.
Okay, so nice to listen to you. Kevin, have you ever gone to a concert?
Yes, I once went to a Rata Blanca concert.
Oh, really? When was that concert?
Excuse me?
When was a Rata Blanca concert?
Oh, it was the past year.
Last year. Okay, and how was the experience? How was the concert?
It's a very exciting experience.
Okay, I guess so. Uh-huh.
I went to late 12 or 9 or midnight.
Ah, okay, so, uh-huh.
It's 2.5 hours for music. They play very sound.
Okay, so very good, Kevin. Thank you for sharing. Actually, yes, they are a really good band. Well, they are a really good rock band. I remember, I don't remember the name of the songs, but I remember I have listened to that group or to that band. I'm sorry. Okay, very good. Thank you for sharing, everybody. As you can see, we are talking about experiences that we have already had. Well, some of you have never gone to a concert. In Alba's case, she doesn't like concerts, but she has also had some other experiences. And today we will learn about this, or we will talk a little bit about this. As you remember, today's class, it's about present perfect simple and present perfect continuous. So let's pay attention to it. Please, right now, let's pay attention to Alma. Okay, Alma, read the information about a present perfect continuous and present perfect simple.
We use about to talk about units
Unfinished.
action that start in the past and are still true in present.
Very good. Okay. Everybody remember, present perfect is used to talk about unfinished actions that started in the past and they are still true in present. Also, present perfect continuous is used to talk about unfinished actions that started in the past and they are still true in present. So they have the same, well, we use both for the same. They have the same use. But now, let's see some similarities and also some differences that they have. Please pay attention, everybody, to Marilyn. Marilyn, read the two examples, present perfect and present perfect continuous, please.
Present perfect. They've lived in London since 2004. Present perfect continuous. They have the same meaning generally when we use work, live, and study. They've been living in London since 2004.
Very good. Remember, 2000, okay? 2000. 200 is no, this is not 200. This is 200, okay? So one more zero, 2000, okay? Very good. As you can see, we are using the same verb in the two sentences. Please tell me, Alba, what is the verb in the two sentences? What is the main verb? They lived in London. They have been living in London. So what is the verb?
Living.
Very good. In present perfect, we use lived, okay, the past participle form. And in present perfect continuous, we use living, okay, the ing form or the present participle form. As you see, we are talking about the same action. We are talking about live. So they have lived in London since 2004. And is it still true in present, Alba? What do you think? Is it true now? Is it true now in present?
It's in past.
Okay, yes, the sentence is in
Oh,
past.
is the start in past.
Yes, it
But
started.
For since is start in the present.
Okay, very good. So remember, it started in past. Okay, it started in past. So it started
It's the action not finished.
That's right, very good. So you remember, okay? So as we can see, okay, they started living in London in 2004. And in 2023, is it true, Alba? Is it true? They continue living in London in 2023?
Yes.
Yes, because remember, we are talking about in present perfect or present perfect continuous, we are talking about unfinished actions, okay? We talk about actions that haven't finished, okay? Something that started in the past and is still true in present, okay? Remember, one similarity that they have is this, that they talk about unfinished actions that started in the past and in present they are still true, okay? And as we can see, when we use work, when we use live, or when we use study, they don't change the meaning. They have the same meaning in present perfect or present continuous. So you can use both. You can say a sentence, I have lived in El Salvador since I was born. Or you can tell me, I have been living in El Salvador since I was born. And there is no difference, okay? So as you see, in this, in this case, when we use work, live, or study, we are talking about, we can use both, present perfect or present perfect continuous. But let's pay attention now to some differences that they have, okay? Yes, before we continue, Kevin, do you have a question?
Yes, we was talking about past progresses yesterday,
Yes,
and now we
yesterday.
have now we are talking about present perfect continuous. Is there is a little difference in between past progressive and present perfect continuous?
Good question, Kevin. And yes, there is a difference. The difference between past continuous, let me see, past continuous is that when we are talking about past continuous, we are talking about activities that were in progress in the past and they stopped in the past, okay? So actions that were in progress in past, okay? And we focus when we are talking about past continuous, we focus in a specific moment of the past, but it doesn't continue in present. Okay, oops, I'm sorry. It doesn't continue in present. So when we are talking about past continuous, the action was in past and finished in past, but we focus our attention in a specific moment. For example, if you remember an example, I can say, I was drinking coffee at 7 p.m. So my attention, or the attention of the sentence, is the time I was doing an activity. But when we are talking about present perfect continuous, remember, we are talking about an action that is not finished yet. One action that hasn't finished. For example, I had been drinking coffee. This sentence means that at this moment, I am still drinking coffee. Okay, Kevin? So that is the difference between past continuous and present perfect continuous. If I use past continuous, the action already finished. But if I talk about present perfect continuous, the activity started in the past, but in present is still true. Okay?
Okay.
So let's see. Right now, let's continue checking the differences between present perfect and also present perfect continuous. Before we continue, let's pay attention to the information about present perfect continuous. Please help me with this, Rebecca. Read the information and the example.
The present perfect continuous can be used to
Emphasize.
emphasize emphasize the length of time that has passed. Example, they've been waiting for hours. This emphasize the length of time.
Very good. As you can see, the important thing, or the emphasis of this sentence is in the time. They have been waiting for hours, for a long time. Okay, so the important thing is to focus our attention in the length or the duration of time of something. Okay, present perfect continuous. Remember, present perfect continuous, the emphasis is in the length of time or the duration of time. But now pay attention to present perfect. Please help me with the next example, Marilyn.
The present perfect simple is generally neutral. They waiting for hours.
Okay, they
This
have
doesn't
waited.
emphasize David waiting for hours. This doesn't emphasize the length of time.
Very good. As you see, in present perfect, it doesn't matter the length of time. The only thing is that they have waited for hours, but it doesn't make an emphasis. Like in this example, as you see, we even use, we also have to use exclamation mark to check that the duration of time has been a little bit long. But in this example, it doesn't matter if it is long or not. Okay? In present perfect continuous, the length of time or the duration of time of an action is really important. But in present perfect, it is not that important. Okay? Let's see. Let's move to another difference that they have. And it's that, well, this is the second difference that we can mention about present perfect and present perfect continuous. Let's start reading this part. So Alma, please read the information about present perfect continuous.
The present perfect continuous often occurred on the action itself. I've been reading the book you recommend. I enjoy it, but I not finished.
Very good. So I've been reading the book you recommended. As you see in this example, the action is still in progress. Okay, the action started in the past. So I started reading the book in the past, but I am not finished. So I didn't finish reading the book. I still continue reading. Okay, this is a present perfect continuous. But now let's pay attention to present perfect simple. Please, Kevin, read the information about present perfect simple.
Okay. The present perfect simple focuses on the fact that the action is completed. I read the book you recommended. I finished it, so we can talk about it.
Very good. Nice job, Kevin. Good pronunciation. So as you see, what is the difference between the two sentences? In example number 1, in present perfect continuous, I started the action in past, but I didn't finish, or I haven't finished yet. In the second example, guys, we can check that the action is completed. I have read the book you recommended. So I have finished reading. Now let's talk about the book. Okay? For example, my favorite book is a Mexican book called Los Ojos de mi Princesa. Okay, that's my favorite book. So imagine I recommend you to read that book and you start reading, and you tell me, hey, Christian, I've read the book you recommended. So that means you finish. You finish reading the book. But if you haven't finished, you can tell me, hey, Christian, I've been reading the book you recommended. You didn't finish, you haven't finished, but you started in the past. Okay, you started reading the book in past, but in present, you still continue reading. Got it, guys? Yes? Got it? What's the difference?
Yes.
It's confused, teacher.
Yes, I know, it's confusing. But let's create some other examples, okay? With the same action or with the same verb. For example, guys, I will tell you about myself, okay? I've been studying English. Well, I will say at university, okay? I've been studying at university for 5 years. Okay, as you can see, I am mentioning that an action that I started in the past. But as I am using present perfect continuous, that means that I still continue at university. Okay? If I say I've been studying at university for 5 years, that means that I started studying at university in the past, but it is still true in present. So in present, I still continue. But if I use I've studied at university, okay? So I've studied at university. That means that yes, in the past, I started going to university or I started studying at university, but in present, this action is finished or is completed, okay? So this is the difference. In present perfect continuous, it started in the past and continues in present. In present perfect simple, the action started in the past and in present is completed. In present, we finished, okay? So that is the difference. Now, can you tell me one example? Can you tell me one example about it?
Teacher, I
Yes,
have
Marilyn?
a question.
Yes, tell me,
For
Marilyn.
the present perfect continuous, the verb always ends ing.
Yes, in present perfect continuous, remember that we use the auxiliary have been, that it's the verb to be in past participle, and then the ing form. Okay, so we use I had been reading, I had been swimming, well, you had been playing, she has been studying. Okay, so we always use the auxiliary have or has, been, and the ing form. Okay. Okay, very good. So now let's check some other examples. What sentence can you tell me using, for example, studying? Studying. No, another verb. Okay, so we can use playing video games. Another example, using playing video games could be, I've been playing video games. Okay, so this action started in the past and it hasn't finished yet. Okay, the action is not finished yet. So I am still playing video games. Okay, but if I say I had played video games, I had played video games, that means that I started in the past, but the action is completed. So I finish my activity. Okay, that's a short difference, or a little difference that they have. Okay, we will continue. I know it's kind of confusing, but you will see that practicing will help us to understand better. Okay, now let's move on to, well, this is the last difference, I guess. This is the last difference that we can see between one and the other. Okay, please right now, Alba, help me reading the present perfect continuous information and the example.
The present perfect continuous is used when the result comes from the action in itself. She's been doing her homework, so she's tired.
Very good. As you can see, we are talking about the result that comes from an action. Okay, let's pay attention to the example. The action that she has been doing is doing her homework. So she has been doing her homework. What happened after she has been doing her homework? She's tired.
She's tired.
Yeah, very good, Alba. So after being doing her homework, she's tired. Now she's tired in present. Okay, so as you see, the action started in the past. It still continues, but it has a result, and the result is that she's tired. Now pay attention to the present perfect simple. Please right now help me with this, Madeline. Help me with the next example, the present perfect simple.
The present perfect simple is used when the action is finished and the result comes from the action being finished.
Very good.
She's done all her homework, so she can relax this evening.
Very good. As you remember, okay, we are talking about, in this opportunity, we are talking about finish. Well, this is a finish action. She has done all her homework. So she has been working in her homework and she has finished. What is the result of finishing her homework?
Can't relax this evening.
Ah, very good. So the present result that it brings, finishing her homework brings, is that she can relax. Okay, all the afternoon she was doing her homework. She has been doing her homework. But now that she finished, the present result is that she can relax because she finished with everything. Opposite to the first example, she has been doing her homework. So the present result is now she's tired. So as you see, we are talking about the result of the action that she has been doing. But in example number 2, the result is not the result, the result, the present result is not because of the action that is not because the result of the action that she did. Is because of the action that she has finished. Okay, she did her homework, or she has been doing her homework, but she finished. Once she finished, she can relax. But in the first example, she has been doing her homework. Yes, she has been doing her homework, but now she's tired because of doing her homework. So this is the difference. In number 1, present perfect continuous, the result comes from the action. She's tired because she has been doing homework. In example number 2, she can relax because she has done all her homework. So she finished her homework. Now she can relax. Okay? In number 1, present perfect continuous, the action is not finished yet, but she has a result, a present result. In number 2, we have a result because she has finished. Okay? Let's continue practicing and go to our next part. Now,
Teacher,
yes, Kevin?
the sentence is she has been or she's been.
She has been, okay? Remember that, oops, I'm sorry, okay? Remember that the contraction, she has, okay? Remember that the contraction of has is the letter S, okay? Has is apostrophe and letter S. And yes, yes, guys, it's similar to is, I know. So is also, it's apostrophe S, okay? But remember, since we are talking about perfect tenses, remember when we talk about the perfect tenses, we need to use have and has, okay?
Okay.
Well done. Okay, now everybody, let's stop talking about present perfect continuous and present perfect simple. Let's focus only in present perfect simple, okay? Because this is only possible in present perfect simple. Let's pay attention to Madeline. Madeline, please read this information.
The present perfect simple is often used when we're talking about how much or how many. This isn't possible with the present perfect continuous. She's drunk 3 cups of coffee this morning. She's been drinking 3 cups of coffee this morning.
Very good. Thank you, Madeline. As you see, not possible, okay? She's been drinking 3 cups of coffee this morning. Thank you for reading, Madeline, because it's important, but it's not possible, guys. If we speak English, it's not possible to say how much or how many someone has drunk, someone has eaten, someone has counted. So we cannot mention that. We can only use present perfect simple to talk about quantities. She's drunk or she has drunk 3 cups of coffee this morning. We are talking about quantity. What is the quantity we are talking about, Rebecca?
The cups of coffee.
Very good. The cups of coffee. So we are talking about a quantity. Anytime we talk about quantity, we can't use present perfect continuous. Only present perfect. Okay? So this is kind of easier. Okay? So this is easier, guys. I know. Okay? because we have to focus on how much, how many, and then we know that only present perfect, not present perfect continuous. Okay, guys, we have to continue with the next part. So let's move and check. Okay, something important about present perfect simple. Please, Alba Castillo, read this information.
We use yet and already with the present perfect simple. Have you read the book yet? She's finished her homework already.
Very good. As you see, we are talking about actions that had finished a few moments ago or a few minutes ago, I mean, or something that haven't finished yet. Unfinished actions and actions that have just stopped a few minutes ago or a little moment ago. So already means that the action had finished or had stopped a moment ago. So it finished like some minutes ago or a few seconds ago. That means already. The action is finished or the action has finished, but it finished a little moment ago. But if we use yet, that means that maybe we haven't finished an action and we have an unfinished action. Have you read the book yet? Have you read the book yet? So did you finish or no? Okay, that's maybe the similarity or the use that we can mention about yet. And now let's see the last part, everybody. I guess this is the last part. Okay, let's talk about present perfect continuous. Okay, please right now let's pay attention to Kevin. Kevin, read this.
From the beginning,
Yes, the information and the two examples.
the present perfect continuous can be used to emphasize that something is temporary. He's been running a lot recently. He doesn't usually do this. Usually I study at home, but I've been studying in the library for the last week.
Okay, so very good. As you see, we are talking when we use present perfect continuous, we are talking about temporary situations or temporary actions. She's been running a lot recently. Remember, recently and lately. Okay? So she doesn't usually run. But in these days, recently or lately, she has been running. Okay? So let's remember the use of present perfect continuous. Remember, for temporary situations. Also, we have the next example. I've been studying in the library for the last week. So maybe in the past, he studied at home. But nowadays, he has been studied in the library. Okay? So as you see, we focus our attention or we focus mainly in a temporary situation. Something that is not common, something that is not usual, something that is temporary. Okay, everybody? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, very good job. Right now, everybody, let's see. As I told you, I know it can be kind of difficult, but we are going to practice, okay? We will practice together some examples using present perfect or present perfect continuous, okay? Right now, I will give you 1 minute, okay? Let's take 1 minute and read the sentences. Try to guess, try to identify what's the correct tense, present perfect or present perfect continuous. Right now, let's practice with this. Practice and guess what is the correct one. Okay, let's check together what is the right answer of sentence number 1. Rebecca, what do you think is the correct answer number 1? Tell me the complete sentence.
I've cleaned.
Okay, I've cleaned it.
This room all morning, and now I'm exhausted.
Exhausted. Very good. I'm exhausted. Okay. Well, that's a good effort. So before we continue, I want to ask you, Alva, what do you think? Is it correct cleaned or present perfect continuous? I've been cleaning. What do you think?
For me is it's confused, but the sentences is specific all morning. And,
okay.
And I think I finished the cleaned because I think is I have been cleaning.
Okay. Well, your answer is right. The correct one is I have been cleaning. So let's pay attention to the last part. I am exhausted. I am tired. Okay. So is this person tired of being cleaning or is this the result of finishing? What do you think, Rebecca? Is that person tired because of cleaning or she is exhausted because she finished? I mean, she has been cleaning. Okay. Now, the present result is because of the work she did, or it's because like a reward she had because of it.
I think is a present result because she or he cleaned.
And does does the result comes from the action?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so in this case we use present perfect continuous. Remember, when the result comes from the action, we use present perfect continuous. But if the result comes not from the action, but from finishing the action, we use present perfect. Okay, Rebecca?
Okay, teacher.
Very good. Let's check now together our next example. Let's go to example number 2. Please, Kevin, tell me what is the correct sentence? Remember, the verb is right. So what is the correct form? Present perfect or present perfect continuous?
Present perfect.
Okay, so read the complete sentence.
Korea, James, you have only written 2 questions and we had to write the answer to 5.
Okay, you have only written 2 questions and we have to write the answer up to 5. Okay, thank you, Kevin. Let's see right now. Alma, tell me example number 3.
Has been living.
Example number 3. Tony?
Tony has been living with his uncle uncle recently while he looked for a new apartment.
Okay, for a new, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I wrote recently and it's living. Okay, he has been living. Okay, nice job. Okay, recently, very good. Now let's continue with number 4. Please help me with this one, Marilyn. Example 4.
I give in learning English for over 12 years now.
I've been learning, right?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I've been learning. Okay, I've been learning English for over 12 years now. Okay, thank you. Now let's see. Please help me with the next example. Let me see. Help me with the next example. Kevin, what is example number 5?
How long have
What is example number 5?
That's a really nice what you have. No, that's a really nice what you have read. How long have been it?
How long had been? Well, in this case,
Have it?
have you been with ing?
Yes, having.
Having it?
No. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your effort. Let's see. Let's move to Alba. Alba, tell me example number 6. What do you think, Alba? What is the correct example 6?
They have been. Mhm.
Remember that is negative. My local hockey team are an embarrassment to everyone.
They
The season,
haven't been.
they haven't.
Been. Winning.
Winning. Okay. Well, thank you for your help. Now, Rebecca, number 7.
I don't remember the past participle of could, but I think it's the same.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Ouch. I cut my finger with that terrible knife again.
Okay, cut. So nice, yeah. Okay, guys, it's almost time, so let's complete only the spaces. So what do you think is the correct example? Madeline, number 8. Sorry to arrive looking so untidy. What's the correct answer? I've been running or I've run?
Running. I missed the bus.
Oh, I've been running. Okay, I've been running. Okay. Let's see. Please help me with number 9. Alma, what do you think is the right answer? You know your dinner is in half an hour. How many of those chocolates have? What is the right answer? Have you eaten or have you been eaten?
Eaten.
Have you eaten? Okay. And number 10, please help me with this one, Kevin. What is the right answer? I had finished or I had been finishing.
I finished.
I had finished. Oops, I had finished. Okay, very good. Now, everybody, now that we finish, I will show you what are the right answers. Today, guys, I brought the right answers, okay? So you can check together what is the right form, okay? Well, as you see, number 1 is correct, number 2 is correct, number 3 is correct, and number 4 also is correct. Number 5, okay, that's not correct. We will check why, okay? We will check why in a moment, okay, because of time. So number 6 is not correct, okay? Remember, not correct. Okay, then number 7, it's correct. Number 10 is correct. And number 10 is correct. 9 and 10 is correct, okay? As you see, only 5 and 6 are not correct. Why not, everybody? Well, number 5, everybody remember, this is a general rule that we have in all continuous tenses. Having is not, when we are talking about belongings, having is not very usual, or it's not correct to use having to talk about belongings, okay? So we have to use had, okay? Because as I said, in continuous tenses, having is not correct. And the last one, my local team are an embarrassment to everyone. The season finishes in 2 weeks and they haven't won. Because in all the games they had in past, they lost the game. And at that moment in present, they are still losers because they didn't win, I'm sorry. So that's why those are the right answers, everybody. We will continue practicing these tenses. I know it's kind of difficult, but we will do our best to avoid more, to get more confused and to use these tenses in the correct way. Now, guys, before we go, well, we don't have time for the next practice. Today, please do your homework. What is our homework, everybody? Complete these 3 activities. 4.2.2, 4.2.3, and 4.3. Okay, complete these activities and tomorrow we will continue practicing. Nice to see you today. Have a good night and take care, okay? See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Good night.